My name is Linda Tyler. I'm a curator. I look after the University of Auckland's art gallery and its art collection and a student space called Window, and I also teach in the undergraduate program and the postgraduate program. And I've been to Art Space, for example, which is a nice big open space with 125 people, and it's a great way for a lot of the students who've never been in an art gallery in their lives to find out about contemporary art and what's going on. And it dates from 1975. It's a work that I saw when I was visiting New York in 1984, and it was on display in an exhibition called Difference, Representation and Sexuality, and that was an exhibition curated by Marsha Tucker for the New. Yes. So the film by Martha Rosler was made by her. It was shot on video, and for me it was a very important piece of videotape because it taught me that feminism could be funny. And yes, I thought, well, when I studied at the University of Canterbury School of Fine Arts, and I went there in 1980, we had a lovely little reference room full of books. And the interesting thing about that reference room, by the time I got to the end of my degree, was that both me and the director of the City Gallery now, Elizabeth Caldwell, both noticed there were no books about women artists, none. So, feminist, and she also wanted to bring other feminist artworks, other political artworks into group shows and to give them a platform, give them an opportunity to have their point of view. And that's what that show was. Difference, Representation and Sexuality was arguing that women can be subjects rather than objects in art. You know, the whole tradition of Western art had been to objectify female. Awareness was that there was a sort of worldwide trend in which women's art was being promoted. And I have a very strong recollection of hitchhiking up to Auckland here to participate in the 100 Women project, which was a coordinated project where a feminist artist called Juliet Batten, who had been very interested in performance, ritual, all of these things that were being touted as alternatives to painting and sculpture, which were in the sort of male realm, these other ways of working, performance particularly. I think there are still women artists who are interested in making art that addresses those issues, and actually I'm involved in a big project which will have an exhibition outcome in 2013. 2013 is the anniversary of women getting the vote in New Zealand. It's 120 years since women's suffrage, so there are lots of activities. $150 American, which in 1984 was a huge amount of money. In fact, on that particular trip, we ran out of money, and we had a Greyhound bus pass to get back to Los Angeles, where our plane was leaving from, and we found £20 folded up into a very small square in a toilet in a Greyhound bus station. And she, I think, she had a kind of hilarious style because she was mostly tipsy when she was making these programs. So the monkfish episode, when the huge thing got slapped down on the counter and then she kind of got the knives, often reminded me of Martha Rosler, that way of doing slightly bizarre, weird things. I think that's great. I was happy to pay $150 to Martha Rosler, hoping that she would get some of that money to keep on making her art. And I think it's always a good idea to buy original artworks from artists if you can, and that means that they have the endorsement to go on and make more, and also some financial support.